It is 5:30, and we are calling this special work session to order. We have a quorum, and we will miss Jeff, as he is out very ill. And so get well, Jeff. And this is a work session, May the 13th, 2024, 5:30. And the topic for tonight is, you want to read that, Tammy?
Update the Explore Trophy Club initiative to promote Trophy Club businesses.
Thank you. And we have Jill Lynn to support this. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm here tonight along with our representatives from Octagon Media to give you an update on the progress we have made on our Visit Trophy Club initiative. This program is the first full initiative Council has put its support behind with the goal of supporting our Trophy Club hotels and businesses. After receiving approval from Council in December 2022 for this initiative, we got to work. The work itself was essentially broken into two phases. The internal phase based around research, design, and digital construction, and an external phase based around outreach, promotion, and engagement. We started the research, design, and digital construction phase when we signed Octagon Media as our digital marketing and design firm. They came to Trophy Club for a 2-day site visit to see and explore the community. During their visit, we met with council members, staff, we met with hoteliers, toured properties, we toured the town, and drove around our neighboring communities. Following their visit, Octagon compiled the information and feedback, reviewed the market, and got to work on creating the brand for what we now call Explore Trophy Club. While Octagon was busy creating a look and feel for Explore Trophy Club, we engaged with our website vendor, Civic Plus, to get digital construction going on what would bring the designs to life. With the first phase complete, it was time to focus on the next phase, the one focused on outreach, promotion, and engagement. It was one thing to build the initiative, and now it was time to share, engage, and give it to life. We started again by working with Octagon to create 2 new social media channels to tie to Explore. This is a new Facebook account and a new Instagram account. These channels serve the purpose of creating social media content that engages and builds a community centered around the experiences and our businesses in Trophy Club. The second component of this phase of work consisted of launching a paid digital advertising campaign in which Octagon negotiates and manages advertisements on behalf of Explore through various other digital channels, such as direct out-of-home advertising placements. Both of these are paramount to creating brand awareness of this initiative and giving Trophy Club some market share in the region, as well as supporting our business community. With a full digital launch in January, we're pleased to see the results of these efforts at this time. But why hear it from me? I'd like to invite our partners with Octagon up to better explain how things are doing.
Good evening. My name is Miranda White. I'm at Octagon Media.
And I'm Nick Diaz. So before we get started going through some of the success that we've had, we wanted to first say thank you so much for taking the initiative to promote small businesses here in Youngstown, and then also allowing us to be a part of that initiative and investment as well. We've had some positive feedback. Some of it has been through places like Yoga 6 here in town. They did share with us that, happy with the extra mile that we go with sharing their post on social media, saying that we go the extra mile when it comes to redesigning stuff and adding a little extra flair instead of just doing the bare minimum. We've also had Leela's Wine Bar get a lot of compliments. If you remember back in February during Valentine's and Galentine's season, they were doing a Valentine sort of theme and decoration and drink specials. And we shared a video promoting that, and it got a share on Leela's main corporate page in Dallas. And we got a lot of compliments from people around the Dallas-Fort Worth area about how Trophy Club's Leela's Wine Bar was so cute and so quaint compared to the other ones in Dallas, and really made it stand out. And then also we had a local food reviewer in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She goes around sort of doing food reviews at each restaurant, each area. And she reached out saying that she wants to take golf lessons here in Trophy Club and was looking for ways to do that. We helped her reach out there and also said, please promote and do some food reviews while you're in town here in Trophy Club. So we're really been getting a lot of positive feedback from people personally. And with that, I'll pass it off to Miranda.
So in addition to the Facebook organic material that he just shared with you, I want to show you where we are now. And so between 2023 and today, the end of this year, actually, 2024, this is a flow chart, an overview, a snapshot of the entire campaign. And the services that we provided, Jill mentioned some of them earlier, they include strategy, graphic design, digital media, digital marketing, organic and paid social media, promotional items such as retractable banners and things of that nature. We also designed the website. Each month we provide metrics and analytics as well to continue to monitor the campaign and its success. And so some of the strengths. So when we first started this campaign in 2023, our first goal was just to drive traffic to the website, to the new Visit Trophy Club campaign landing page, actually. And then we realized we wanted to make it twofold. We wanted to pivot and add increasing followers and engagement. And as you'll see throughout this campaign and throughout our presentation today, we did just that. We also added digital out-of-home advertising, so that includes airports, interstates, mall kiosks. And so in addition to that, we have the organic media engagement that was observed. It was very successful. It built awareness, additionally successfully brought traffic to the website. And so you'll see a significant increase in the number of followers and friends we have on Facebook and Instagram.
So before we get into kind of the nitty-gritty of the numbers of our success, we wanted to go through some definitions and some terms that you're going to see through our presentation. Now, some of the terms that you'll see are kind of self-explanatory, but these ones are a little bit more technical, and we just wanted to sort of simplify them for you right now. So when you see the word impression, basically an impression is how many times did you see the advertisement for Trophy Club? When you see clicks, all that means is how many times did you click on that advertisement for Trophy Club? When you see click-through rate or CTR, all that means is the rate of success. So if you saw a ad for Trophy Club 20 times, but you only clicked on it once, that's not really a successful ad. So this basically shows you the rate and the percentage of it. So if you saw it once and clicked on it once, well, then that's a pretty successful ad. So all this click-through rate is the number of times you saw it divided by the number of times you actually clicked on it. Conversion rate is basically if you clicked on the ad, went to a website, did you interact on that website? Did you actually go to the website and then just exit out? Or did you actually engage with stuff? Did you go to the search bar and search for events in Trophy Club on the Trophy Club calendar? Did you go to the contact information, actually call somebody at Trophy Club? And then lastly, session. All that is simply just how long did you actually stay on the website?
And so in this campaign, we had creative. And so our creative was 4 separate ideas. The first you'll see where they're toasting, that is play. The second, with the plate of food, is dine. The third is explore. And the fourth is stay. And so with that being said, we have over 700,000 views. That's very successful for a campaign. Between January and April, that's 4 months, 700,000 people actually viewed the ads. That was 11,000 clicks. So 11,000 people clicked the ad, and they had 2,000 actions overall. So of those designs that I showed you previously, Dine was the most effective as far as the best performing creative with over 420,000 impressions, which is views. And then the Stay ad created almost 3% CTR, and the national average is 1%, so we exceeded that. And again, here are those ads. As you can see, we have Dine, Stay, and Play. Those were the top 3 for our Facebook analytics.
And then here were some of the top performing posts that we had on Facebook. The number 1 performing post during these few months were on Facebook. The number one was the car show at HG Supply Co., Unleashing the Beast on Four Wheels. The second one was Meet You Anywhere Barbecue and Catering Company. They were doing a promotion for the fish that they were cooking during the Lenten season, saying Lent, Meet You Anywhere Barbecue has you covered for Lent. And then the third one was a video that we did promoting Trophy Club's park. And we added some music to it, did some re-editing, and people really liked it.
And so next we'll talk about Instagram analytics. And so between July 23 and March 24, we had over 931 followers. That's 900% from where we started.
And then these were the top performing Instagram posts. The first one, again, the Lenten season promotion by Meet You Anywhere Barbecue. No reason Lent can't be delicious. Second one was, again, the car show. And then the third one was promoting Trophy Club's country club, Little Golfer, Big Swing.
And so with our digital ads, these are the same ads that I showed you before, but you're just seeing them in various sizes. And so on your phone, on your mobile, on your iPad, any type of mobile device, on your desktop, these are the various sizes that we created for this campaign. And so with the digital marketing analytics, we had over 720,000 views and 527 clicks, and that drove over 4,500 people to your website. That led to 73 conversions. And so in addition to the social media we looked at first, and then we just went over the digital media, the display ads, the display advertising, now we're gonna look at digital out of home. And I do wanna apologize, these slides are not in the same order as the printouts that you may have. And so these are some of the mall kiosks and the advertising for that. We have a QR code that will bring people to the website to get more information. These are the ads that are in the airport. And so with that being said, for our out-of-home campaign, between January and April of 2024, we had over 84,000 people that actually saw the ad. And the top venues of seeing that ad were in airports, QSRs, taxi, and rideshare televisions. And so overall, when we're looking at the campaign's performance, since the launch of this campaign, we have been successfully driving people to your landing page through digital ads, paid social media, organic social media, and digital out-of-home tactics. And so the display ads that we showed you earlier have outperformed the CTR. And that indicates that our creative content and our messaging is very successful, and it's reaching the intended audience, which is establishing Visit Trophy Club as a top-of-mind destination. We are surpassing the industry benchmarks with our current KPIs. The Dine ad is the highest number of clicks. The Stay ad has resulted in the most actions. And so with that, we're showcasing that we are having effective engagement. The most of those who visit or who see our ad, they will click, or once they see our ad and they click on the website, they'll visit the calendar of events page. And so that's the #1 conversion that we've seen over this campaign. So again, since the inception, we have 937 followers and 627 friends on Facebook. This campaign overall has been very successful. We are excited about it and look forward to continuing it. Next, we'll turn it over to Jill Lynn. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So we have a business meeting scheduled for tomorrow at 9 a.m. where we've invited all of our hoteliers and businesses to join us, where they'll receive an update with Octagon and get a chance to kind of share ideas, share feedback, go over the stats we have. Once we get that feedback, we'll prepare it for y'all and we'll send it to you to review as well. And then tomorrow as well, we are going to be bebopping around town, as I told Councilwoman Oldham, that we're going to be hitting all the businesses, kind of doing a tour drive around. Nick and Jarek are new, so I want them to see the community and experience it too, and then go in and out of the businesses. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have, and I hope that you like the look and direction that we're going.
I have a comment. I'm I'm particularly interested in this because we've had over the months that the town needs to be doing more to promote our businesses. Well, it sounds like that we've invested $160,000 to promote our businesses. And so, and I like a lot the TC Explore. My question is, do the businesses participate at a level at which they are getting, to me, the output is only as good as the input.
Correct.
So are your businesses helping to maximize this investment to the extent that it's a benefit to us all? So bottom line question, how many of our businesses are participating in the morning?
We have, well, I did do an RSVP for the meeting. I should have, but I kind of left it as an open invitation. I've tried emailing out a few times throughout the year to just remind them this opportunity. It's free for them. It's not costing any money. Send us your information, your events. I think that some of it is on me that I haven't had the chance to go out and maybe engage as much as I could have or should have. But hopefully going to be out more, working with the community and making sure they do know about it, because it is an asset for them to use, and we're literally here to help them market themselves. That's the whole intention. We're here to help them. So we do have some that are like Yoga 6, as we mentioned, they are very engaged. Every time they have a special promotion going on, they send it our way, ask us to push it out. We have a new gym, new owners to the Envision Fitness. They're on the website. We've got their grand opening on the calendar. We're pushing that out. So whenever we get the information, we absolutely push it out as quickly as we can.
So it
Popcorn Central.
So it sounds like those who participate are getting a better clicks and views.
Absolutely.
By putting in their information. So
we know it's going to be us looking for the information
Yes.
a lot, and that's part of it. But yeah, we absolutely love when they send it to us and they're proactive with us.
Steve.
Two questions. You mentioned that when they get to the town website, they go to the calendar. Not surprising, right? What else did we learn from that? Are they clicking through, going to other places other than just a calendar? What's more behind that? That's my first question.
We'll have to dig into the analytics on that. I know that when they go to the calendar, usually what we do is we link it to the business directly. So the goal is get them to the website, get them to see the event that's happening, or the dining restaurant, or the hotel, and then for them to click off to the external site.
Okay.
To drive traffic to their events. And
My second question is, if you go back to the very beginning, and I don't know if you covered this, but under the very beginning, the program strategy, overall program objectives and strategy, primary goal is of Visit Trophy Club. Program is to boost local economic growth by attracting visitors, promoting overnight stays, blah, 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 blah. To me, the most important thing there is boost local economy. Mm-hmm. How do we track that? How do we measure that? I mean, is growth up? Is it down? Kind of gets back to the input maybe from the different businesses we'll talk about, but specific to that, how are we going to track that, or can we?
I think one way is looking at the sales tax revenues collected year to date versus before we launched the campaign at all, and seeing if there's any increase in that area, if we're collecting more from the businesses. Hotel overnights, it's tricky because that's proprietary and a lot of times they can't share that, but we can absolutely ask how they're performing overall in a percentage matter. And then we've really been gauging by visits to the website and drawing traffic, because usually people who will go through and click through are generally either coming or going to come, and that's why they're clicking through deeper into the website.
I guess my last comment is I'd just be careful about looking at in an aggregate level of revenue, because
Yeah.
that can fluctuate. Business come, business
100%.
go. So it's really got to get down to individual businesses and talk to make up some of Vinnie's or anybody else and saying, are you seeing growth? And can you measure growth?
Yeah.
Because that's what we care about.
Tourism is a very hard thing to measure in general, and so finding ways like that and talking to the businesses and partnering together and sharing information is the best gauge of that. And hopefully we can get better and be better partners with them, where they're willing to give us, even if it's a general number versus their exact details.
Any comments? Luann?
I'm kind of piggybacking on what Councilman Flynn said. Again, in your report, you said that that we're enhancing the overall economic landscape of Trophy Club. I'm not seeing anything to tie us back to see how this impact is happening. In fact, even on the social media, I'm seeing that the metrics and analytics are only for January through April 2024, and this launched a year ago.
Correct. We launched this in July when we rolled out the website. The digital advertising and the social media launched as well in July, but the advertising, the paid component of this, we didn't launch until really January of this year.
I'm concerned that we don't have any measurable points that we can track back to see what our return on this investment is. Do we have any plans to put anything like that in place?
We can definitely look at what metrics they've used in the past that work the best to tie into the numbers that we're spending.
Right.
And then again, it's partner sharing information too, and seeing how much bang for the buck that our businesses are getting.
Well, hopefully you can focus on that with the business owners, because if we don't see that this is helping,
Right.
that it's changing other than an aggregate raise in the sales tax,
Sure.
we can't contribute that to it. We have
Absolutely.
no metrics to go back to actually say this was a successful program.
I agree.
Because people can click all day long, but
Doesn't mean
there's
that
no
they're
dollars
actually.
spent.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as a comment on that, I think the numbers proving the business case will be very difficult for us to be able to, if not impossible for us to gather. However, we are looking for that anecdotal information from the businesses to understand from them, what do they see value-wise from this, right? Can they explain that to us? Can they quantify that in any way? Can they provide any justification as to why this is a thing that is helpful for their business from that? And that's really what the aim of this program is, right? It's to boost the economy through the success of our businesses. So through their lens, is this a tool that helps them be successful for it? And that's the important work that Jill and the team are doing this week to be able to ensure that we're getting some feedback from that and that continues for the next several months.
Other comments? Dennis?
Okay. I'm just going through the document. Who owns the creative content? Some of this is just open to get it out into the public and clarify what we're looking at here.
We do. It's part of the contract that we
Okay.
had.
And we own the assessment ability too.
I'm sorry.
The assessment ability, the tracking and everything?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
ours,
Yeah.
okay? Then in your report, on your staff report, and then once again, just for clarification, on page 5 and 98, you have a $6,000 budget, and it can be inferred that that goes all to this.
Right.
Where it's not, it has to do with all the events over the whole year.
Correct.
Okay, so I
Yes.
thought I'd just
Thank you.
clarify that.
Yes.
And that's just, I'm probably the only one that would notice that.
That's why we have you.
That's right, yeah. And to reiterate what Steve was talking about, because I've got 4 questions about that, but the idea being is, when is council going to see this to say, all right, we're going to expend more money, we're going to do this, we're going to change this? When is this coming back to us?
I think that it'll come up during our budget conversations as we start having those in the next 2 months, which will also give us a little more time for the digital spend that we have. And then we can start evaluating, combined with the feedback that we're getting from the businesses, if it's something we want to continue, if it's something we need to make a pivot to.
And I hear what you're saying, Brandon, about it's going to be very, very hard, but it's not that it hasn't done any good. The question is the value obtained worth the dollars expended? And I understand, I like the idea of using sales tax minus inflation, minus other things,
Yeah.
but to try and help, then it comes down to supporting the businesses and using our hot taxes and EDC taxes the right way for how much we're going to get. One more thing on here, page 18, you used the word paid and organic on Facebook analytics. What does that mean?
I can answer it, but I'll let Miranda answer it.
Okay, thank you. Paid means you actually pay for it, right? So you're paying to reach a certain goal. Organic is a natural post. So if you go on Facebook or Instagram yourselves right now and you post a picture of your family or take a picture of this meeting, it's not paid, there's no money associated with it, and so it's organic.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Finished?
That's it, thank you.
I would also like to suggest, it sounds like, that there needs to be more communication consistent with objectives and results, communication with our businesses. Again,
Yeah.
we don't have the resources to go out and sell these businesses, but we've invested this.
Right.
So how do we maximize this investment to let the town and others know that we
It's here.
are supporting our businesses?
Yeah.
And I've done some research, and I've looked at Roanoke, I've looked at North Lake, and I've looked at South Lake, and of course, South Lake has a great one because it's different. It's South Lake Square, which is a development who has this enormous, beautiful advertisement, interactive. That's not the same. We're a town, and then you go to North Lake, and actually Roanoke has a very strong positioning for what they consider to be their attractions.
Right.
So I just think that in order to make this work to our benefit, we need to have strong communications with our businesses. And that's why I'd be very interested in knowing who's coming in the morning.
Yeah.
And the outcome of that. Then I have one other question. I love the airport advertisements. What airport am I going to see Trophy Club advertised in?
It's at Love, it's at DFW, and so we can actually get you some screenshots and send that to you, so you can actually see it, because I know we talked about it a little earlier. If you
So it's just in our local.
in your local, yes.
Okay. All right. And how often, it just scrolls through there like all other advertisements?
It rotates, yes, ma'am, it rotates.
Okay. How do we know that we're getting any of contact with that, feedback with that?
So they have eyes per board, and so they're able to tell you how many people they estimate the traffic that goes through the airport. And so that's how we're able to get those impressions, those views, to let you know, as well as there's a QR code on the ad. And so they can click on that QR code and then go to the website, so we can track that as well per ad.
Well, just for your information, we all learned last week that you can expect 95 million passengers through DFW
Wow.
next year.
It's awesome.
Wasn't it 95? It was close. Last year, it was 81 million passengers passed through DFW.
Wow.
So that's a good area.
awesome. Yeah.
Now, does that mean it's on all of their screens or just in particular?
Particular ones based on size. We have various locations. We have a list of those locations as well we can provide.
In terms of terminals?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Put it in C for sure.
That's what, yes.
I want to follow up one more time. We've all said it. I think it's critical before any decisions are made, budgetary decisions about, is this going to go forward? Are we going to spend more money? Is to get businesses and get real data back.
Yeah.
Whether that, I don't know how you're planning on doing it, but I think as a council, we're all saying the same thing. We need that. We need to know, we think it's working great, maybe, and you guys do, but what do the businesses think?
Understood.
Yeah. But in some ways, you think about the advertisement that Leela and that Meet You Anywhere, what did they do differently than some of their competitors in town to get them visible for that? I'm just asking, what?
To be the top.
Yeah.
For that period. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to know, did they make a special effort to give something that would be attractive to gain that, those clicks?
If I were to make a guess, I think the Meet You Anywhere one being timely to the Easter season, and, I think that's a good post to do during Lenten time. I think the Cars and Coffee, obviously that's a special event that we've had on and off, and so it's a unique situation that draws people in from the region, and I think that speaks to that event itself. And then, of course, Trophy Club Park is the best. So, it's no surprise that a video is more engaging, because generally speaking, video is the top performing content you're going to put out on social media. So I think it was a good video and the edits that they did to it.
Okay, any other comments? Are we ready to, no comments? No. Mr. Wright?
Thank you again.
Bill. Thank you guys for coming. They're from Louisiana, in case you didn't know.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Okay. It's 5:59. We'll adjourn and prepare for a special meeting, called special meeting to order. Boy, this is perfect. It is 6 o'clock.
You want to take a short recess?
Oh, we're going to take a short break. Okay, short 5 minutes. It's 6 o'clock.
You ready?
It's on. It's on.
You're on. Do it again. We got you. Oh.
Okay. It's now 6:09, and I am calling to order our special meeting, and we will have the opportunity to meet afterwards to visit with the councilman between now, this session, and our 7 o'clock town council meeting. So we would like to.
So item 2, consider an ordinance canvassing the returns and declaring the results of a general election held May 4th, 2024 for the purpose of electing council member places 3 and 4 and providing an effective date. The election was held on May 4th with voters casting the ballots in the election day and early voting. The per town charter and the Texas election code were canvassing the election results. The returns duly and legally made show that there were cast at said election a total of 1,215 valid and legal votes, which results in 11.33%. And each of the candidates received the following votes. Councilmember Place 3, Wendy Bailey, 316. Dennis Sheridan, 877. Councilmember 4, Ryland Rowe, received 603 total. Gary Ash received 575. The duly members of the Town Council of Trophy Club elected on May 4th, 2024 for places 3 and 4, subject to taking the oaths as provided by the laws of the state of Texas are as follows. Councilmember Place 3, Dennis Sheridan, 3-year term. Councilmember Place 4, Ryland Rowe, 3-year term. We'll need the council to take action on approving this ordinance.
Is there a motion to approve this?
I move that we approve canvassing the May 4th, 2024 general election.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand. All those opposed, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, council.
Do you want to read the number 3?
Item 3, issue certificates of election, administer oaths of office to re-elected council member Place 3, Dennis Sheridan, and newly elected council member Place 4, Ryland Rowe. Mayor.
I would like to introduce our Honorable Judge Ron Flosselby, who will present the oath of office.
You raise your right hand. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas. By the authority of the state of Texas. I, Dennis Sheridan. Do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will faithfully execute the duties of the office. Of Trophy Club Town Council, Place 3. Of the state of Texas. And will to the best of my ability preserve. Protect and defend. The Constitution and laws of the United States. And of this state. So help me God. Thanks, Bert.
Now I'd like to call Ryland Rowe, please.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas.
In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas.
I, Ryland Rowe,
I, Ryland Rowe,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
of Trophy Club Town Council, Place 4
Trophy Club Town Council, Place 4
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Jump in this front. Yeah.
Right, left, right.
Please do.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and
That's me. That's me making that noise.
yeah, well, how are you doing? The family, the girls. Wait, do another one.
Well, Raul, looks like. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, we want to recognize my friend Carl. I've known you a long time. And would you like to say some remarks before you say goodbye?
I've been waiting for this for a
Don't say that.
y'all know I'm not somebody who likes to talk a lot. And what are you laughing at, Mark? Thanks, I appreciate that. I do want to say congratulations, Ryland. Congratulations, Dennis. I want to thank all of the council members that I've served with, all the mayors that I've served with. I believe that each one of them has had the best interests of the community at heart. And I have seen them do some really hard work to continue to make Trophy Club a great place to call home. One of the reasons that I decided not to run, just kind of going back in history real quick, about the same time that I ran for office, the first time I went back to graduate school, and I got my master's in rehabilitation counseling 2 years ago. And as part of that process, I realized that being a representative for the town is at exact opposites of being a mental health resource. Because the last thing that I want is for somebody to not talk to me if they don't like the way that I voted on a particular issue, or if they don't like a certain stand that the town takes. So I intentionally decided not to run so that I could do that. I plan to focus my efforts on mental health for the community and on helping veterans in the community gather together and continue to build the strong Metroport Veteran Association network that we have. I want to thank my wife, because Sarah's put up with a lot for the last few years, and I would not be able to do this if it wasn't for her support, certainly. Mayor, good luck. with you and the incoming council.
We have a great
I
council.
know you guys are going to do some great things, and I'm going to enjoy watching from the sidelines.
You promise to keep watching?
I'll keep watching yeah, with popcorn.
Okay, that'd be great. It's real easy now, you know, you just go on.
I do have something for Rylan, though. You know, it took me a while when I first got here. I know I'm messing up your whole system, but I'm going to do it anyway. When I first got elected, I couldn't get the lapel pin. And I know you don't wear jackets a lot, but I'll give you the
Sir, shit. The little TC logo.
We would also, actually, this is kind of a little informal, but it's not. So would any of the council people like to say some words to
Mayor.
Carl before we give him his recognition?
Carl, it's been a pleasure, and we've served for a few years. Fantastic on the subcommittees, and your participation in that, and you taught me a lot when I came on, and you gave a good leadership presentation to follow, and thank you very much.
Steve?
So I'll date myself a bit here. Does anybody remember the old commercial when E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen, way back when? Carl kind of alluded to that. He doesn't say a lot, but I got to tell you, when he says something, I know I listen. And I've learned a lot from Carl, especially in the budgeting process. But I think we all know that when Carl had something to say, pay attention. And for that, I'm grateful. Carl, Godspeed.
Luann?
Carl, it's been a pleasure. You have a persona about you that's wonderful, and every time that you would go out in our memorial park and you would conduct whatever our event was for the town, it was just amazing to see your heart and to see your love for the veterans and for the town. So I'm honored to have served with you, and good luck in continuing what you're doing out there.
Well, I would like to say, Carl, I met you in 2010, when you first moved to Trophy Club. And you came with a vision, to connect the veterans in this town together. And you've done it. And I appreciate what you have done for this town in support of the veterans, and not only Trophy Club, but they come from the area. So I hope and pray that you have met your goal in that, and it will continue to be a contribution to our town. You are a soldier.
There's more to be done, though, because I just learned.
That's why you're not leaving.
Well, I just learned over the weekend that we've got a 93-year-old Korean War veteran
Yes.
who needed help with his yard. I didn't even know he was in the community.
I delivered
So-
meals to him about a month ago.
So if y'all know any of those older veterans out there that need help, please let me know so that we can help them out.
That's correct. So there's more to do. You're not leaving. You're here. And the veterans, the second Saturday of the month, will continue to meet at Meet You Anywhere. And I continue bringing and advertising for you. So we really appreciate you. Godspeed.
Thank you.
Stace, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I just want to say it's been an honor. So much to learn from you. You've been an excellent mentor for somebody coming in for just being a year, but it's been a pleasure to get to know you, work with you. Good luck, best wishes, and we'll see you out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come on, Sarah. If Sandra can do it. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. Do you need me in this? Yes. Yes.
Brandon?
Come on, Brandon.
What are you doing now? Oh, yes, of course. Now, here it is. Are you ready? This is a milk. Very nice. Isn't this beautiful? This was our council portrait we did last year, right around the 4th of July, the flag. Isn't it wonderful? Y'all take a good look. Isn't it nice? Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Actually, yeah, that's beautiful. And there's, you want me to read all these? No. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, oh, where? Sarah, do you want this in front of your house? That's fabulous, y'all. What a gift. Yes, that's just great. Did y'all see this?
Yep.
Yeah. That is.
Congratulations. God bless you. And I know you're making it. Well, this is worth retiring. Here you go. And here. That's for you. All your clients.
Thank you.
You got to close the special session. What? You got to close it.
Thank you.
Adjourn special.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Mayor, remarks from Dennis.
Oh. I'd like to say something. Go for it, Dennis.
Well, do I have to?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I will. I want to thank everybody who voted, whether you voted for me or anybody else. The fact that you voted is important. And I appreciate those that voted for me and that got me elected, and because I feel good when I participate in this council. And I want to encourage everybody to think about how to do better in the future elections and getting more people out to vote, and to plan on that. I hope to serve on council as I have in the past, and stayed with the same philosophy and the same attitude and the same methods of whatever I've done in the past that help people vote for me so that I can participate and do what's best for Trophy Club. The other is just vote because you can. Thank you.
Anybody want to say anything to Dennis?
I would. Dennis, I've served with you a long time, and you're honest, and your integrity is outstanding, and your transparency is sometimes a little too much. But doggone it, you're one of the best members I've worked with, and I really appreciate you, and I'm so glad that you're back with us.
Thank you.
I second the motion that you are a bit too much sometimes, but God, we love you. You are up here all the time and does the hard work that a council member should. He does his homework. He's always prepared. And that, to me, Dennis, is a sign of an outstanding council member. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Anything, Stacey?
Congratulations, you did it.
Thank you.
When we first met a year ago, we sat down and we talked. And you've been an excellent mentor, just as Carl has. I respect you the hell out of you.
Thank you very much.
You're going to do great.
Okay.
Well, I would like to say welcome back for 3 years. And you've just been a great friend. And actually, over the last 2 months, particularly the last 10 days, I thought he might have had a second wife. Not sure, because we spent a lot of time together out there at the polls. And so we learned a lot about each other, and I actually grew to respect you more. And I appreciate your commitment. 3 years, another 3 years is a commitment. And so I appreciate it. Thank you. I look forward to it. And we are going to take nope, not yet. Oh, Rylan, you I didn't know if he's going to come now or later. Come on up here, bud. Rylan, get on up here. Thank you. I thought we were going to do it after.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Rylan, here you go. So now we get to talk about Rylan.
Yay.
Okay. Would you?
All right,
would-
do I start?
Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Before we move on from welcoming Dennis, I want to say a few words for Dennis, just because that's where we left off. I met Dennis when I first got involved in 2014. I ran for council unopposed, and he was on Planning and Zoning Commission at that time. That's when I first got to know him. Shortly after that, our council, shortly after we were sworn in, we made him chair of the P&Z, and he did a fantastic job all those years through, I want to say 2017 or 18, somewhere in there. So, you know, between the two of us, we've both sat in that chair, we've both sat in the P&Z chair, and so we've gotten to know each other a lot over the years and share a lot of history and memories of working through things, and he always does a fantastic job of educating himself and asking the right questions, and so I'm really happy that he's back here, and I'm looking forward to getting to do it together for 3 years, because prior to this, we were on charter review together, but that's just a little 6-week stint of nothing, so this will be fun. So welcome, Dennis.
Well, Rylan, I'll be the first up here to welcome you. And yes, we've spent many years working with each other, and I look forward to another 3 years. Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Isn't that your same chair at P&Z?
Well,
It's changed a few times, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where you were. So I guess it's meant to be, possibly. Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you. You're going to be great.
Steve.
Yeah, welcome, Rylan. I got to know Rylan back when I was on the MUD board, and he was on council at the time, and we formed a good working relationship, and really tried at that point, along with some other folks out in the gallery, to try to really work on that relationship, and it's come a long way, and I think you were part of that back a couple years ago, and so welcome.
Thanks.
Mayor?
Yes, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Go down the road.
Rylan, I'm looking forward to getting to know you and working with you. I hear you have a wonderful work ethic, and that'll fit right into this council.
Thanks.
Well, Rylan, I guess I'm the last one. Welcome. I'm excited that you're here because I know you'll add value, as well as I like your visionary stance. I'm a visionary, so let's go for it, because there's a lot of opportunity for us out in Trophy Club, and I'm looking forward to you helping us get there and move forward. I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was.
Well, if it's important, it'll come back.
It will. No. I know. You have a fan base out there. That's what I was going to say. So thank you all very much for coming here tonight to do this most important piece, and that is to welcome our new council. And I'm just going to tell you before we leave that I think we have a very strong council to support a very strong town management team, and to support a community that is continuing to come together, focused on the opportunities that are ahead of us. We've had wonderful participation in our focus groups, and I'm just so excited about what lies, it's a word, lies ahead, no, what's the word? Lies ahead for us. So it is exciting. Get on board. I see people here who are not here very often, and I'm just going to tell you right now, when we call for help, when we call for you to participate, step up and do it. Not only you, but your neighbor, your friends, and because it's through the community that we're going to take this Trophy Club forward where we want it to go. Thank you very much, and I'm going.
Before you adjourn,
Yes.
I just wanted to say a few things on my own behalf real quick.
Oh.
I didn't get to do that yet.
Oh, you did.
I was just
I thought you were talking about your.
Just a fusing phrase onto Dennis. No, it won't take long. I don't like to talk about myself at all.
No,
I just
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to.
You did.
No, no worries. I just wanted to be sure and extend extreme thanks to everyone that participated in the election. Much like what Dennis said, voting is the most important thing you can do. Get out there and vote. Be engaged. Be proactive. Get to know people. Get to know your neighbors. Things of that nature. specifically for people that were a part of helping to get me elected, if you did so much as get up and go vote, if you asked one other person to go vote, you had a part in me being able to have the privilege of having this seat again, and I really do appreciate it. I look forward to working for the community and continuing on as I have in the past. And definitely want to give the most credit to Courtney and Layla and Maya out there for supporting and tolerating that we do this and their help all the way along. And that's all I have. Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Are we, it's 6:34 and we're going to adjourn for until 7 o'clock, at which time we will open a new session. What?
Some refreshment.
Yes, and there are refreshments outside for you to be with your friends. I'm sorry.
I've actually got my own. I need some protein, probably is what I actually need.
It's 7 o'clock, and I am going to call our meeting to order. This is the Town of Trophy Club meeting, May the 13th at 7:01. We have a quorum, and again, just to remind us that Jeff Beach is ill, will not be with us today. So we have an invocation by Joel. Thank you so much. Would you please stand?
All right, let's pray. God, thanks for tonight, for this time, for the opportunity we have before us to serve and lead and plan and just pray for our citizenry that we would be loving and kind. Tonight, we're especially grateful for Indy, his contributions to our town and keeping us safe, and for Barry and all that he brings and does. Just thank you for all of our first responders. Father, we're super grateful and super blessed. Help us to be generous and grateful and kind. And thank you for our counsel, and bless them tonight. In Jesus, I pray. Amen.
The flags, we have flags at the front and we have flag at the back. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic stands one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Now the Texas. Honor the Texas flag. To the Texas, one state, one indivisible.
Thank you. Is there any public comments?
Yes, ma'am. Sarah Monger?
Okay. Ms. Munger?
That happened faster than I thought it would. Good evening. Do I have to say my name and my address? Is that correct? Sarah Monger?
Yep.
192 Durango Drive, here in fabulous Trophy Club, Texas. So I just wanted to take just a moment, because I know we've got Indy that we have to move on to, but to say thank you. Again, I am the chair for the Trophy Club Women's Club Garage Sale. And I just wanted to say thank you very much to the town, to Beck Venture, and to Tom Thumb for yet again helping us through this last, shall we say, adventure regarding our garage sale this year. It was the first time, I think, in the history of the garage sale that we had decided to go ahead and make the call to cancel it because of severe weather. And we had been receiving some feedback that was probably, people were wondering, why weren't we canceling it? And when we looked at it for the safety of the town and for participants who might be participating, we decided, okay, maybe we should with the weather. And then all of a sudden we got a lot of feedback that said, why did you cancel it? So I want to say a special thank you to Stacy for calling me and working with me on Friday, and for the town for being willing to extend the permit by one day so that we were able to host it on Sunday. I think it turned out to be for the best. At the end of the day, we raised about $3,000, which is a little bit less than half of what we would normally raise. But I also think we probably got better turnout. And let's be honest, no offense to anyone in this room, but Texas drivers in anything but sun, yeah, we're not very good. So I'm just glad that, we kept everybody safe and everybody out of the rain. The best news is that we do have $15,000 that we are going to be giving away, because we had 2 amazing garage sales last year. And we are going to be giving that money away actually next week to seniors at Byron Nelson and Steele, and we'll be announcing the names at their respective award ceremonies. So again, thank you very much. Thank you for the town for working with us. We may see if we can kind of build in a rain day option going forward to kind of let people know. And I think that's all. So again, we appreciate your support.
Thank you, Sarah, very much. It's hard work and for a good cause, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Community Spotlight.
Recognition of retirement for Trophy Club Police Department's K-9 officer, Indy.
Mayor, Council, Town Manager Wright, and the community of Trophy Club. Tonight's my privilege to bring to you our K-9 officer, Indy. After 9 years of dedicated service to this community, he is retiring. So I'm going to let his handler introduce him and remind you of all the wonderful things he's done over the last 9 years for us. So Sergeant Sullivan, would you come forward? And Indy?
What do you say? I'm going to let him do all the talking.
Good.
He's a lot better looking than I am. I can't say too much. I'm going to get choked up, but 9 years of service has been amazing. Sorry, it's kind of hard. But thank you, Chief. I remember when you and I first got together to talk about this program, the town coming together, the town council, throughout the entire 9 years, things changed, but everybody's been so supportive. Our community, Chief, Captain Woodard, the guys in the back there are handlers for other agencies, and they're here to watch me cry, and it's probably be put on the internet, and everybody's gonna make fun of me, but his success was because of the command staff that you're sitting here, but also the gentlemen that are standing back there that have helped me grow a lot with this dog, and he's done so much for our community, and I appreciate you honoring him tonight. So, what do you say? So I think they put together a nice little video for him, and I'll stop crying now. So thank you very much for your support.
Give us 1 second.
Well, let's go ahead while they're doing that. Would someone like to say on the council something about, okay.
We would
Patrick?
take 1 moment. Barry, would you come? I'd like to introduce our community support.
Thank
you. We have K-9 officers here from our neighboring cities, Grapevine, Southlake, Watauga, Brentford. So
Perfect.
they're here.
Thank
They
you
want-
so much.
they want-
Yes.
Okay, so I got volunteered to speak because I hate speaking in the public, so, once again, council want to thank everybody. This means a lot to us, for all of us. I just retired my dog in Southlake and got a new dog. He also had a new dog, so this is what we live for. Obviously, these dogs are a lot more than just our partners, so we greatly appreciate everybody taking the time to show up and support Indy on his retirement. When Barry came to us 9 years ago, we didn't know what we was getting into. We had our hands full. Stressed out person that just, I don't know what else to say about that, but over 9 years, they turned into a great team, great addition to our training group, so we definitely appreciate that. So keeping it short, the group wanted to present something to you and Indy. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Wow. It's not in
Thank you very much. Thanks, Dennis.
There we go.
Would anyone like to make comments from the council?
I just want to say thank you, Barry, for all that you do. I know it's a kind of a tough moment now, and thank you for Indy's home, right? Because Indy's going home with you, right, Barry?
Oh, wow.
What, that's perfect, right?
Oh, yeah.
What a great way. Thank you for everything, and Indy, thank you.
Say thank you, Indy.
There you go.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
you,
I know that there are a lot of people here especially to see Indy. And I don't know if they can take pictures with Indy outside or not, but if they can, I guess I invite you to do that.
Yep, and Mayor, we'd like to get a picture with the council and
Okay,
as well. So
perfect.
if you can come up here real fast, and then we can get a picture maybe on this side.
Ready?
He's happy. Happy retirement.
There you go.
Guess there's one thing I'd like to say. What? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I'd like to say because our Indy has offered Trophy Club the opportunity to partner with other towns around here. And I think that that has been very significant, not only for Trophy Club, but for our surrounding communities. And I'm assuming, would y'all fill us in on the next step with our K-9? Just briefly, if you don't mind.
Yes. Sergeant Sullivan just got back from training with the new dog. So Odin is the new dog's name. It's already officially in service. Indy is officially retired. So, but we do have a new dog. It is a K9 German Shepherd, a little darker color than Indy. Same personality, same affectionate stuff. So I don't know what its official first day of work will be, but it's Wednesday.
Okay,
Yep.
good. A
Yep.
Dutch.
Yep.
What is Indy? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, different languages. So, but yes, it was a long process, but we did a transition period, so we appreciate your help in walking us through that. So, and the new dog's trained a little bit different than Indy, so we're not doing some things we did before, so we're preparing for the future.
Okay, good.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
very good.
Good, good. Thank you so
So,
much.
thank you.
Yes, thank you, Chief.
answer the
Appreciate
question?
your participation in keeping us safe. And Indy, thank you. Bye, Indy. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Again, if you want some pictures with Indy, you're certainly welcome to go outside and do that. All right, we'll proceed forward now on item 5. Working for you, the Trophy Club. And before I go on, I do want to introduce that we do have a special guest with us. Giovanni Cantanzaro, would you stand up, please? He is the North Texas Deputy Regional Director for Senator Ted Cruz. And he came specifically to see Indy retired. Is that correct? Well, you need to go get a picture with him so you can send it to Senator Cruz and tell him you were here doing his work, okay? We appreciate you being here, and he has come in before to meet with myself and Brandon Wright, and we see you at the Metroport Chamber, so he's becoming a frequent visitor to our area, and we appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much. Are there updates? Any council members? Anybody? Do you have an update? Well, I do.
Nothing to talk about yet.
Huh? I have an update. This is kind of interesting, and I want to share it with the town because it's not just to me, it's to the town. And I have in my hand a packet of letters written to the mayor from 7th graders at Medlin Junior High School. And in these letters, they have gone through a series of study on local government, where they talked about the role specifically more of the mayor. So they looked at 2 different forms of government, the strong mayor and the weak mayor. And so the letters are to me, but when I read them, they're to the council, because we're all a part of making this community be what people want. And so you can certainly read them if you would prefer, but I'll just give you something, an assignment. They were to research the mayor and then write letters to me. And these letters highlight, with appreciation for all we do, the council, the mayor, the town manager, the police chief, the fire chief, the parks and recreation, and the communication. Where's Jill? So they covered it all, and their recommendations: continue to strive for improvement, inspire others to community service, mend Trophy Club together, and specifically pride for the town. And there's much more, but those kind of take the top of the list. Now, not knowing we are all in this together, a student, thinking it was just the mayor, says, I could not imagine taking care of one person, let alone a whole city. So there were just fun comments in there, and very specific also. And then we have reached a level of a very high-performing team, both as a council, as town, and I said earlier, our community is just continuing to grow, evolve, and develop together. And so here is a comment that I think says it better than anything. Quote, bask in its current greatness, peace, serenity, and prosperity, unquote. That's what we're to do. Bask in our work, bask in the results. Isn't that interesting, the word bask? So that I wanted to share with you. Thank you. Comments?
Hey, Mayor, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Women's Club again for the Art and Garden Festival this weekend. Once again, the weather didn't agree with the event, unfortunately, but it was a great event. And if you saw those folks out there working hard to bring people into Trophy Club, that's what we're here for. So shout out to them. And next year we need good weather for our sales and Art and Garden Festival.
For sure.
And thanks to staff too. I know you guys supported it all along.
Good. Okay. Update from the town manager.
All right, good evening, Mayor, Town Council. Let's see, a couple items for you. First of all, strategic plan-wise, we continue to move forward with the community. Thank you for the community's response, by the way, in providing feedback to us during the strategic planning process. So far, we've had 44 members participate in our focus group. We've had over 100 surveys completed. The focus groups are all done with at this point. Tonight is the last opportunity for anyone to get and take the survey. So go online to trophyclub.org, go to the page for the strategic plan, and go ahead and fill out that survey tonight, please. It will close at midnight, and then we'll begin working on processing all that information tomorrow. We had previously planned on, just in case tonight's canvass did not occur with the election, we had planned on a special town council meeting on, let's see, May 15th, there we go, May 15th. That is now canceled, obviously, because we canvassed election this evening, so there will be no special town council meeting on May 15th. Upcoming boards and commission meetings. On May 16th, we have the Crime Control and Prevention District meeting that starts at 5 p.m. Then we have on May 16th, also that same evening, starting at 6:30 p.m., the Economic Development Corporation will have their meeting. So first we'll do Crime Control and Prevention District meeting. After that, we'll be having the Economic Development Corporation meeting. Both of those are televised and available on our Facebook page. On May 20th, we have, that's next Monday, our Parks and Recreation Board meeting. That starts at 6 p.m. We encourage anyone to go ahead and participate in those meetings here with us in council chambers. Our upcoming events that we have happening. First of all, Envision Complete Fitness is having their grand opening and ribbon cutting event. That'll be on Saturday, May 18th at 8 a.m. That event is going until about noon, but the ribbon cutting itself is at 8 a.m. and the council's been invited to that. We also have Breakfast with Tiffany on Monday, May 20th at 9 a.m. at Starbucks inside of Tom Thumb. We invite, obviously, the community to come to that as well. On Monday, May 27th, we have our Memorial Day celebration. That's going to be at Meadowlands Cemetery, starting at 10 a.m. The Memorial Day service will include remarks and performances by the Trophy Club mayor and council members, town leadership staff, and the U.S. Army Service members. So we invite the community to come out to that event. And on Monday, May 27th, as a reminder, town office buildings will be closed for Memorial Day. However, as always, our first responders, police and fire will remain operational and accessible. And that is it that I have. Thank you.
Busy month. Thank you.
Okay, so Brandon just mentioned the Economic Development Corporation. We thought it would be time to kind of explain to the public what that is and how they operate and the reason for their existence. And so here in Trophy Club, you have what's called a Type B Economic Development Corporation. These are corporations that are created by the town. They are nonprofit corporations, so they're tax exempt. If you want to look up how they operate, what kind of projects they can do, how they're created, it's statutorily created, and it is in Texas Local Government Code Chapter 501 and also in Chapter 505. Previously, some of these corporations were called like 4A or 4B corporations, so you might see that interchangeably if you look it up online. And if you really want some good information on the Trophy Club Economic Development Corporation, you can look on the state comptroller's website. And if you're just kind of perusing around on the website, you can see budget, funding, and you can also kind of click the boxes and go back years and see how they've been operating for a very long time. So you're going to see some projects come up. The public will see it, and these projects will come to council. So even though the corporation can figure out their own budget, kind of do their own projects, ultimately they need to come to what's called the governing unit, which is you, and ask for permission to expend the funds and approve the project. Now, what they collect is a half cent on sales and use tax. And so that cent belongs to the corporation. So the council can't just expend it how they want. That's why they do the whole, they'll come up with a project, they'll come up with a budget, bring it to council. And so then the council says yes or no. And if the council says no, it goes back to the EDC so they can come up with another project and come back to the council.
It's good. And they're working. EDCs. Good job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Consent agenda?
Item 6, consider approval of the April 22nd, 2024 Town Council work session and regular meeting minutes. Item 7, consider approval of the April 26th, 2024 Town Council special meeting minutes. Item 8, consider authorizing the town manager to negotiate and execute an agreement with GovernmentJobs.com, Inc. for a 3-year contract amount of $29,017.08, DBA NeoGov, for an applicant tracking system.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda items number 6, 7, and 8 as written.
I'll second.
Okay, second, Stacy Bauer, all discussion?
Mayor, I'd like to pull item number 8 for discussion.
Okay, then
Then I'll adjust, then if the second will remove the second, I'll remove my motion and restate it.
second,
Right?
okay.
I'll restate the motion to approve consent agenda item number 6 and number 7 as written.
Second.
And those in favor, raise your hand. Those opposed? Okay. Motion passes. So we need to consider this agenda item 8 now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So would you read that, please, again?
Item 8, consider authorizing the town manager to negotiate and execute an agreement with GovernmentJobs.com, Inc. for a 3-year contract amount of $29,017.08, DBA NeoGov for applicant tracking system.
Okay. Would you like to have?
Yeah, Denise is going to.
I mean, Denise.
Thank you. By way of background, I asked her a couple questions about this.
Okay,
that I
thank
thought
you.
might be interesting to all the folks out there.
Okay, thank you.
Evening, Mayor and Council.
So specifically, yeah, what my question to Denise was, this is a 3-year contract, $29,000. The question was, what have we spent in the past for a 3-year contract? Was it similar, less, more? And maybe give a little detail behind that so we can kind of compare apples to apples.
So just for the applicant tracking system, that platform, we were paying roughly $3,800 per year. So with NeoGov, we are going to roughly $5,800 a year.
And with that, there comes more bells and whistles, but maybe you can give a little color behind.
So that is just for the applicant tracking system. There's also text messaging that we are including in this contract, which we don't currently have. So text reminders, interviews get scheduled through this system, and everybody can sign up to get text messages. And then the government job subscription. So if you go to governmentjobs.com, which is the #1 public agency platform that is used, on there, we will have a TC page with all of our jobs advertised through government jobs. So if anyone goes to government jobs, not only can they get to our page, but they can also search this region and all of our jobs would come up. And that's an additional expense to us at this time because it's not linked to Civic HR, which is our current platform.
Thanks for the clarification.
Okay, I wanted to ask a question. To what degree is this utilized? To the amount of traffic and so forth that we?
So we post all of our jobs online.
Right.
We advertise through a variety of platforms, from associations to Indeed, government jobs, we do advertise there right now. And all of our applications come through the system. We do not accept any paper applications. So every single one, and I'm sorry, don't have the total number of applicants we received like last year or anything.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess my question is really, because we're pretty much
fully
full is the reason. To how much will it be used?
So we are almost fully staffed. We have 2 vacancies for our full-time positions. Those will be filled within the next couple of weeks. However, we do have ongoing part-time seasonal. So right now we are advertising for our summer camps, aquatics. So we have that every summer. February through May, we're always advertising for that. And then we also have crossing guard currently open, and we just opened a part-time admin assistant. So yes, we're fully staffed on the full-time positions, however, part-time.
So it's very useful with the part-time.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a motion?
Yeah, I'll move to approve consent agenda item number 8.
Second?
I'll second it.
Stacy seconds. Those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. And now we're going to public hearings.
Conduct a public hearing and consider an ordinance amending the town's code of ordinances, section 1.08.001, youth programs, standards of care of Division 1, generally of Article 1.08, Parks and Recreation of Chapter 1, general provisions, updating the standards of care for youth recreation programs.
Okay, before we go, come on, you can come on, but before we go, I just thought I'd review the steps for public hearing. I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt. First, we have an open public hearing, then we have a staff presentation, an applicant presentation if they're in, and then we ask anyone in the audience to speak in favor, anyone to speak in opposition, any rebuttal, and then we close the public hearing, and then the council would discuss and vote. I just wanted to clarify that because sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. Okay? So I'm going to open the public meeting at 7:32. Thank you.
Evening, Mayor and Council. The standards of care is an annual adoption that under Texas state law, for us to be able to run our summer camp like we do, this provides adopting these standards of care allow us to be able to have that exemption that other facilities, childcare facilities have within the state of Texas. And so that is what we are here to do. I'm happy to be here for the first time presenting this, but as over the past few years since this camp has been incepted, that these standards of care have been adopted. We have a few changes this year. One of those is as we looked at our staffing and what the way that we had our program staff, we saw an opportunity to look and reclassify some of our positions. One of those were our camp director, camp counselor, and looking at how we could utilize these staff members all across our different positions. In times that, as we know, some staff get sick, and being able to have others fill in with those duties as necessary. And so as you've gone through the standards of care, some of the criteria that we need to have in order for this exemption to happen is that the standards of care must be provided to the parents of each program participant. The ordinance must include, at a minimum, staffing ratios, staff qualifications, facility health and safety standards, and mechanisms for monitoring and enforcing the adopted local standards. And then parents must be informed that the program is not operated or advertised as a licensed daycare. The request for the exemption is necessary as the town currently offers different day camps and programs throughout the year for our elementary youth, and we operate those for ages 5 to 13 years old. Some of the minor revisions for this year, as we have said, are about our staff changing from camp director to recreation lead and leader, and then from counselors to recreation aides. And what this is doing is it's allowing us to have them in times, or if they want more hours, to be able to utilize them at Trophy Club Park as well as the pool. And so those are identified within the ordinance. The position, the program site, definitely grateful to the Mud Board, as the program site was currently at the schools in the past, and with those difficulties, we've been able to secure temporary and hopefully long-term spot in the Mud Annex building. So the program site has been changed to the Trophy Club Municipal Utility District Annex building, as well as the employee supervision and camp management responsibility has been updated to be under the care of our new recreation superintendent. In the past, it had gone directly to the director, and so the updates have put in another level of supervision there. And then minor wording edits have made as recommended by the town attorney. At our last park board meeting, they reviewed the 2024 standards of care and was unanimously recommended for approval to come in front of the town council tonight. And so with that, our recommendation is that the town council conducts this public hearing and move to approve the ordinance amended the town's code of ordinances in section 1.08.001, youth program standards of care of division 1, generally of article 1.08, parks and recreation of chapter 1, general provisions, updating the standards of care for youth recreation programs.
Okay, is there anyone that wants to speak in favor? Opposed? Then I will close the meeting at 7:36 and open for discussion by council. Any comments? We're good? Man, nothing. Okay, I'm going to move for a vote. Let's read the motion again, please.
I'll make a motion to approve an ordinance amending the town's code of ordinances, section 1.08.001, youth program standards of care of division 1, generally of article 1.08, parks and recreation of chapter 1, general provisions, updating the standards of care for youth recreation programs.
Second.
Are there any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes.
Thank
Good
you.
job. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Item 10, consider the selection of a mayor pro tem.
I'm going to read to you the proceedings that we will follow for this. And as per charter, the council shall select one of its members as mayor pro tem at its first meeting after the election, which is now. I'll call for nominations, and any council member can nominate another council member, even themselves. For a nomination proceed to a council vote, another council member needs to second it. Nominations will continue until no more are put forward. Then I'll call for a vote on each nomination in the order that they were made until one receives a majority. Are there nominations for our mayor pro tem?
Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to nominate Steve Flynn.
All right. Is there a second for that?
A second.
Luann seconds that. Is there another nomination? Okay, then I'm going to call for a vote. All those in favor of Steve Flynn, please raise your hand. Those opposed? Steve Flynn will be the mayor pro tem going forward. And as a close, before we go, I would like to say thank you, Dennis. Sitting at my right hand, I've appreciated your support, your help, and I know the town has appreciated your help.
I've enjoyed being the mayor pro tem. Now it's time to step down and let Steve handle it.
Okay, thank you. And so there we go. That was easy. Now,
Executive session.
I'm sorry, what, yeah, now we're going into an executive session. Would you like to read that, Tammy?
Pursuant to the following designation of the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, the Town Council will recess into executive session to discuss the following. Section 551.071, consultation with town attorney to seek legal advice regarding the Trophy Table Economic Development Agreement.
Okay, it's 7:39. We will convene into an executive session. Thank you.
Nope. Nope. Oh, then in case the building gets on fire, well, we'll call you back.
Mics are on.
7:58, we're going to reconvene into a regular session. And
Make a motion to
yes,
adjourn?
yes, make a motion, we adjourn, second?
Second.
Luann, second?
Third?
Third, fourth, fifth.
Done.
7:58, adjourned. Thank you very much.